we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards.
Well, Barney, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
There he goes right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
sets up to throw it. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Evans will look to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have regained the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Evans, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now Evans. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Evans. They'll roll him out right. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Cougars awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed on all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing it fourth down.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Evans. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Boston, the man in motion left. Evans now to throw on third down. Over the middle, it's complete. Oh, look at the juke. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
On 2nd and 10, Evans. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense is spending a lot of extra time on game films and getting a really good plan to try to chip away this time.
Running out Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And that's why they've been successful.
2nd catch for the day, and they wind up the 1st down. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that gives him a 3rd quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
On the ready. Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some room to work.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Back to throw is Evans. Throwing on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. Evans
setting up the screen. Harris.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Boston, the man in motion left. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Evans on first down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Evans got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Throwing is Jackson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, it would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
you're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying 4th quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always the chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh.